Hi guys, it's James here, and as you know, on my channel I talk about basketball jerseys mainly, a little bit on other basketball stuff. And today I wanted to touch on something else which I enjoy with basketball and how I do it. And it's a bit of a controversial topic, but it's betting on basketball games. Now, before we get into all of this, like, I don't encourage it. It's totally up to you. Never bet with money that you don't have. I bet like $20 a month is my thing. I bet real small amounts. And to be honest, my main thing is just try and beat the system. I think that's what everyone tries to do. You know, so that is my whole plan. That's what I'm going to show you today, is how I like bet. It's pretty, I wouldn't say complex, it's pretty straightforward, but I do a bit of work and I do something which makes my life a lot easier in order to get good results. So yeah, just from the outset, if you have a problem with betting, then don't watch this video, because this is just a little bit of fun that I do and I want to share it with you guys on basketball. So when it comes to basketball betting, there's loads of different things you can do. You can bet on individual teams, which is known as lines. I don't do that because the only way to make real big money back, I bet like $2. And if you bet on like the favorites, like the Lakers, your returns are really small. And if you have like a big accumulator of various teams that need to win, just one of those losses usually knocks that out. So what I actually do is I base my prediction, my bets on scores. And that is the over under. So there will be X amount of points over in the game, or there'll be X amount of points under in a game. And that's really what I look for. And so I'm going to show you what I do. I use an Excel spreadsheet, which is pretty geeky, and I'm going to go from scratch. You can copy this if you want, but I find this really useful. And yeah, it seems to work well. Let's get this straight from the start, right? The house usually always wins, but this is me trying to beat the house. And so I just wanted to show you what we do. So obviously this is the betting site, but I actually go to team rankings, and this table is kind of key, and you'll see why in a minute. So if I go to my Excel spreadsheet, you go to data, and you want to get your data from the web. And so you've copied the URL and you're going to put it in. And basically what I want to show is I want to show the average of, I want to work out the average of what the two teams' score is, so I can work out if a bet's worth taking. So what do I mean by this? On average, the home team here, Milwaukee, score 120, and as an away team, they score 119. So there's only a difference of 1. But here you can see Washington score 120 at home and 112 away. So if Washington were playing Milwaukee, you add those together and you're looking at about 132.6. So, that would be how I would see the upper limit of the score. And so I would go for a bet lower than that, and I'd feel reasonably confident that we'll make it. So you import your data, and one of these will be the table like this. So you load it in. It just takes a few seconds. And yeah, as I said, like, I do this quite regularly. Like, I don't hide it from anyone. It's a couple of pounds, or dollars, as you say. Yeah, I probably max do $20, and I go for long periods without betting. So literally, I don't think I've bet since about September time. So, it's just a bit of fun occasionally. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to copy this list, and you're going to put it in the next sheet, and you're going to name it NBA. And you're going to come back here, and this just saves me having to add it up every time. So you're going to have a home and away. And you go to your data, and you choose list, equals NBA. And now you'll have like a drop down list. There you go. And you'll have, you do the exact same here as well. So data, list, and this took me a little while to do, but it's pretty geeky, but I think it works out all right. And then we're going to have the total here, just to help you add up quicker, basically. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have something called a VLOOKUP, which is dead easy to do. So because we've borrowed these names from here, they'll appear in this list, so they'll match identical. So you want to look up whatever this value is in this range. And then you want to count the columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want the fifth column, and we want it to be exact. So you have to put 0. Yeah, that's right, 0. Sometimes I kind of double guess myself. You can write false, but it's a 0 as well. So at the moment, we haven't got anything picked. If I pick Brooklyn, it comes up at 120. Perfect. So we do the exact same for this one, VLOOKUP. So anything in here, anything down here. I know this is extremely geeky and I'm sharing it with you guys, but I just thought I found it interesting. So this one's going to be 6 because we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns along. And we write false because we want it to be exact. And it will come up as NA. I'm just going to shove a column in between just because makes it easier to read for me. So all you're going to do is then you're going to just say, say you pick Washington there, okay? And all you're going to do is you're going to have these two added together so you get a rough figure. So this is just going to help, and you can waste time like I do and try and make it look pretty so you feel like you're like a proper boss. But all this is going to do is just identify, look at this, oh, lovely. It's going to identify the teams, the fixtures, so you can quickly decide if it's worth taking a bet. So let's just go to Sky Bet. Here's the NBA. See if there's anything in here. It's been a little while since, all these. I just find them too good to be true. Like 30 points for LeBron. I just try and keep it simple. Where's the team bit? Just bear with me. It's been a little while since I have done a game. All right, so here they are. Let's see, Houston Rockets versus Portland. So you go in and so you can see the points over. So they say it'll be 219.5 over. And you actually have if I remember correctly, you have an area where you could just do all total points. But for this, let's just keep it simple. So is Houston versus, I've already forgotten the team they're playing, Portland. What will the score be? So Houston's at home. And then Portland is there. So they reckon it's going to be 228. So what are the odds there? So obviously you're not going to go for 228 because those odds are huge. This is the way I always think about it. So over 219 is 1 to 3. I know in America you do betting by decimal places, And I could probably change that, but I'm not logged in at the moment. So I'm just doing it in fractions. So that means for every £3 you get on, you get £1 back. So let's just say that in dollars. So for $3, you get $1 back. So that's a 33% return. And if you got like a 33% return in like the stock market, you'd be like called Warren Buffett. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some money into my account and I'm going to go through and place these bets now. And then I'll do a video and I'll show you how well I did or not. So as I said, I don't do anything amazing, but what I might do just to keep this interesting is I might do an accumulator. So let's see. I usually just do singles, to be honest, because, you know, if I put $5 on, it's 670 back. Like, I know it's not exciting stuff. I really am quite like not tight, but yeah, I just want to make sure I don't lose money. So Detroit versus the Lakers. So all you do is you go Detroit versus the Lakers. So they reckon it's going to be 218. So when you go down, you can see that they're thinking 205. So you could probably go up a little bit. I'm going to go up a little bit. I think it's going to be, oh, I think this is too close. I think if you go here, you know, 3 points, but maybe, what I do is, well, I just put this in just to see how much of a difference it makes. So at the moment, you know, just having those two in, which is, you know, the lowest amount, I almost make it like $1 back. You know, it's not a bad profit. You know, if you put 10, which I never do, you know, it's not a bad profit. So okay, so let's go with that, and then the next one. So let's go to the next one, and Miami Heat Clippers. Let's have a look at that. So what do they think it's going to be? So it's at the Miami Heat versus the Clippers. They reckon it's 202. Okay. So let's go Miami versus, and the Clippers were right next to here. 218, they reckon it'll be. So they reckon it's 202. So let's be a little bit bold here. I'm going to go for over 212. Okay, so if I put £1 on now, I'm going to get 336 back. So let's see. I'm just going to keep adding, because the thing is, I want to see how accurate this kind of is as an accumulator. Oh, don't tell me to log in. Go to. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what you guys use in the States, but this is what we use in the UK. All right, let's go for the Pacers. You know it's going to be the Pacers. Oh, this is Saturday. I don't want to do Saturday. I just want Friday night games because I'm lazy and I want to make the video tomorrow. So Friday. Okay, so that's our three. That's our three. Oh, and Phoenix Suns, Golden State. Okay, let's put them in as well. So they're saying the lowest is 208. So it was the Suns versus Golden State. Man, Chris Paul's turning it around for the Suns, I feel. Here we go. Versus Golden State. So they're saying 221. So, cool. Let's go for this one then. 213. Boom. So what's the odds? There you go. 385. Okay. So I'm going to go, all right, because this is a video, let's go for £4. I'm going to put £4 on to $4 and I'll get $20 back. I'll let you know how it goes. just so you guys know, the great thing about this is that when you come to it the next day, you can click refresh data and it will refresh all the data. So it updates. And that is how you can use a spreadsheet to kind of help with an NBA betting strategy. I guess you could also do this for players if there's the data there. But this is what I just used for teams. And I'll do a video tomorrow and let you know how it goes. So as I said, and I can't stress this enough, guys, if you don't have money to bet, don't bet. If you have a problem, if you have an addictive personality, don't do it. It's not worth it, trust me. But if you're like me and you like the odd flutter of a small amount, then give this a go and see what you think. And if any of you got any ideas about your own betting kind of strategies, then leave them in the comments. But I hope you find this helpful, and I'll let you know how I get on.